Greetings, seekers after enlightenment. Yes, it's the Irish fella. And I know there is not much of a view here, but I'm just sort of hanging out at a little recreational area. Technically it's closed, but I'm off to the side at a pretty secluded spot. So more than likely I'm not going to be bothered. And I apologize for not having more of a view for you. Ah. All right, you get to stare at rocks and bugs. So, brothers, I am out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm smoking a bowl and thinking about life. And I have to address the elephant in the room. So, I happen to live in the same city as Mr. Elite and Mike the MGTOW Monk. I consider both of them not only friends, but sources of inspiration. In fact, Mr. Elite gave me my first red pill. That is why it hurts my heart to see that they have had a falling out. Now, let me say right now that this is not an attempt to shame anybody. Both of these gentlemen deserve our respect and continued support. My only public comment on this particular situation is I'm just disappointed in that this matter is being aired publicly. Now, sure, people may disagree. That does happen. But we must recognize that some things should not be aired in public. Now, I am not sure how to bring on new people, but regular participants in the group that we hang out with know about the Discord server. The very reason that the men's room was created is so we already verified can have a secure place to air grievances. And I have to admit, this situation is kind of frustrating because I've actually already talked about this subject twice. Look back in the Exile 1 playlist, and there's a video entitled The House Divided. There I was trying to get people to wake up. And again, in a more recent one called We Are Better Than This, I came back to this theme. Now, I remind you that I said displaying rage, or I emphasize here, infighting, is the last thing we need to expose to outsiders. Now, personally, I've had an aversion to drama for a long time. I was always the one willing to yield, to be the peacemaker. That was an excuse for a lot of people to take advantage of me. So I learned, though, these days, it's much easier for me to just ignore drama altogether. And I have to admit, I sort of fit into the absent friend category. Because I have so much swirling around in my head and so many physical tasks to perform, the greatest of which is sorting out boxes upon boxes of random stuff, that I have plenty to keep me busy. I may not always comment, but I am watching. Especially you newer content providers. Shout out to people like Orange Tango, Sweet Padre, Mari Mella, Malachi Wright. I apologize if I can't remember any more off the top of my hat. So, brothers, we need to remember that because we are going our own way, we have a choice. I do response videos, but only when I'm sufficiently motivated. And when I do them, I know I'm making a choice to involve myself. Most times I really don't care enough to do so. Now, there are those of you who have seen me reach out in the comment section of one or another video. And I hope you recognize that I do care about my brothers. And I want to provide support wherever I can. But I have to admit, I'm almost the absent-minded professor paradigm. I've got so much going on in my head that I can distract myself easily. And being easily distracted, people have used that to take advantage of me. But, please know, I'm watching, but sometimes I have the attention span of a cat. I might miss things. But no, if I can help you, I am willing to. So, you are more than welcome to contact me at exile, EXILE, _ mancave, MANCAVE, at yahoo.com. So, because of my proximity to both gentlemen involved in this dispute, I felt obligated to do what I could to help both of them get past this. And to do so, I've reverted to a procedure I adopted from way back in the day when I was in college. And we're talking over 40 years ago. There, I found out that soap opera drama is fun to hear. And you gotta admit, it does have great entertainment value. That is, until the drama is about you. After that, I decided to become a black hole of information. I became the person who you could tell anything to because I would tell no one. And I was still, pretending to go to college and partying instead of going to classes and all that. But, if someone told me a secret and said, this is on the download, don't tell anybody, yeah, Bam. So, I am in continual contact with both Mr. Elite and Mike the MGTOW Monk. And I deliberately made myself available for both of them to rant and purge. I am not taking sides, and I pronounce no judgment. Although I now have more information from both sides, I am not going to share any of that. I am jumping out there doing this because this is what we're supposed to do. There's no other support group available to help us. We must look within, above, and to each other to receive validation. So, brothers, I just wanted to jump out here for a moment to give you my take of what was going on. I know it may not be a lot of the juicy soap opera information you were hoping for, but I hope it gives you a little bit of enlightenment. So now that I've ranted and purged, I can go home and hopefully go to sleep in less than 3 hours. So remember, brothers, be strong enough to stand alone. Be yourself enough to stand apart. But be strong enough to stand together when the time comes.